rev up your engines. Today, I'm going to talk about engine oil, specifically Amazon engine oil. Now, Amazon has their own engine oil they're selling now that's called Amazon Basics. So I thought, hey, I'll try it out. I'm going to tell you the truth. This wasn't sponsored by Amazon. I just thought, hey, let's try it out and tell people the truth about it. Well, the first thing I noticed is it's manufactured by Warren Distribution Incorporated. Okay, that's a company that started as Warren Oil Company in 1922. So it's been around for quite some time. Many companies sell oil that they don't make. Toyota doesn't make an oil. Harley Davidson doesn't make their own oil. AutoZone doesn't make their own oil. They buy them from an oil company. So Amazon is using the Warren Oil Company, now called Warren Distribution Incorporated. Now, I've been personally trying this stuff out in customers' cars, and in my own Toyota Matrix, and personally I find that the stuff works perfectly fine. But then again, hey, a lot of oils are going to work perfectly fine. How do you know if they're really working? Well, I'm not a scientist, but I've been a mechanic for 51 years. I go by personal experience, comparing it to oils that I know are good, and then checking the rating of them all. Now, oils that are sold in the United States, at least, have this little round seal, and it says American Petroleum Institute, and it gives a rating. Now, this isn't some fly-by-night company. The American Petroleum Institute has been around for 100 years. It was started in 1919, and they rate all kinds of petroleum products. It's not some scammy company that's getting paid to say stuff. I have personally checked out oils over the year using them, and I've even found oils that I thought were kind of suspect, and when I looked it up on their website, they said that that particular oil did not meet the specifications that it said it did on the label of the oil itself. They scientifically test all the oils and then say, here's the ratings that it says on the bottle. It either meets those ratings or it doesn't. Now, when I see the label on this Amazon Basics oil, it says API, Service SN, and SN Plus. So the first thing I did was I went to the American Petroleum Institute and I looked up the Amazon Basics oil, and they gave it a passing grade and said that it meets all the specifications that it says on the bottle. So they say it works as advertised. Now realize these are all backward compatible. You can use the modern engine oil in older engines, but you don't want to use the older oil in modern engines, because this SN rating is for improved fuel economy, protecting turbochargers, protecting emission control system, and protecting engines that operate on ethanol fuels all the way up to E85. Realize that most gasolines you buy today, in the United States at least, contain at least 10% ethanol. Look at the pump. You'll see a sign that says, may contain 10% ethanol. Well, that usually means it does. And the E85 fuel, of course, is 85% ethanol. So this SN rating means that you can use it in those cars, and the alcohol won't interact with the oil and break it down. And the SN Plus sign means that it's the highest rated oil that you can buy in the United States today. It has the best protection. It's the most resource conserving oil that you can buy. So if it says SN Plus, then it's top of the line, if it actually is SN Plus. Now, this Amazon Basics says SN Plus, and as I said, the American Petroleum Institute said that this oil meets all the specifications that it says on this bottle. So it's the highest quality oil. Now, not being a scientist myself, I don't have any way of really testing that, but here's some red line synthetic oil. Anybody that knows oil, mechanics, race car guys, know that this red line is one of the top of the line oils out there. Now, the red line costs twice as much as this Amazon Basics does, but when I read the label, it's rated as API SN. Now, this red line is an excellent oil. There's no arguing that. I've known that for decades. But the new Amazon Basics, it's actually rated higher. Maybe they'll have this tested and have it rated higher. I don't know. But this has the absolute highest rating, and it costs less than half of what this costs. So to me, this is pretty good oil. Now, one thing that used to stop me from buying oil online was oil is heavy. Under the shipping costs, they're quite expensive. Most people have Amazon Prime, so you don't have to worry about the shipping costs. Just forget that. Sometimes you don't even have to pay tax, so you're actually saving money there too. And well, everybody was laughing at Bezos with Amazon originally saying, who's gonna buy books online? Well, look what he's created now. The richest man on earth. So maybe selling oil is a smart move for him. After trying this stuff out myself and researching it, hey, great oil, there's no arguing that. He didn't use some poor quality company for making it. This is top quality stuff. You don't have to search all over town for it. Get out your phone, push order. The next day it's there. I mean, oil changes aren't an emergency. It's not like something's broke on your car and you can't drive it. You plan your oil changes, so why not just buy the oil ahead of time and then you're ready with quality oil and you don't have to worry about it. Because I personally have always used quality oil in my engines. Hey, if you go to an oil change place and just get the bulk oil, that oil is sitting in a 50-gallon drum and they just pump some of it in. I mean, who knows what you're getting? And sure, a lot of those oil change places, they'll offer you different kinds of oils that are more expensive, but you're going to pay through the nose for that. You might as well as buy the oil and do it yourself like I do. So now you know the truth about Amazon Basics oil. You can make a wise decision the next time you change your oil. And not just guess, gee, is it good stuff? Is it a real company? Now you know. And since this is Mechanic Monday, I'm giving away some of this Amazon Basics oil. To have a chance to win, just place a clean, non-offensive comment on the YouTube comments below, and a winner will be chosen randomly by computer to get some of this great oil. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.